Hey guys, Joe Whaley here. Welcome back to RAFT. So today we have Caravan Town. There are 4 blueprints you get to collect on here: engine controls, the battery charger, zip line tool, and fireworks. So let's get on going with today's video. So first is the note here and underwater.
My name is Sanjay. I think I'm a trouble. Detto put together a diving suit using a bike and an old diving helmet. Detto put weights in it to go down, but he put in too much. Now if I leave, then no one will pump air to Detto using the bike. If I'm thrown in jail, this is proof I'm innocent. Detto Scientific Journal. Underwater cachets. Sanjay ran off crying as soon as they dragged me out. Very unprofessional. There's lots of debris underwater. I couldn't get anything out though. Sad. Pa forbade me from doing any more experiments. I think he's just angry because Ma got sick. Dr. Henry said she'll be okay. So it's okay.
Alright, so as you see on here, I'm killing a pufferfish. I need his explosive powder. You need at least 1 for a rocket launch in order to get Major Tom and a firework. And a part that you're going to collect for the battery cables or the zipline tools. So make sure you use the air pockets. I'm going to drown myself, of course, in the game, in the particular here. Show you how dangerous it is not to have an oxygen tank or flippers. I have neither one right now because I was busy trying to get my zoo animals alive again. I had to start over and recapture all my zoo pets. I mean, I want my boat to be exactly perfect, so it wasn't perfect. So now it's perfect, of course. Minus that you need to get 28 rows, which is a lot, in order to get all the garbage that's behind the boat. Alright, so here's another hut here. You got to use the huts for air in order to survive. You have to get all the way down to the bottom and get the part that you're going to get for the metal detector and zip line. I'll do the metal detector after I leave here because the condor gets pissed too easy as you're leaving, so it's a little bit harder to actually leave. Alright, so here is the parts you need. So you have the zipline part, you got the metal detector right there, and you got the infirmary key for the end of this. As you see, I'm already dying. The air's running out really fast because I had no food and I had no water. I just played chicken with this whole thing. So once we get up to here, I'm going to be incapacitated to die for absolutely no reason, of course. And of course, that's the end of me. It's almost there. Oh well. Alright, so I got resurrected from Discord. So I am back alive and I can get going here. So I got my pets here. We got the batteries filled up. We got the water filled up. I'm sorry, we don't got the batteries filled up. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got replacement batteries put in. It's when you complete this whole thing, you get your batteries filled up. I got the batteries replaced. You have to finish off this whole thing to get the battery charger. Alright, now that I got that done, I gotta wait a bit and get the explosive powder and be able to set off Major Tom, the rocket, which is in a couple of minutes, and be able to get a zipline part or battery cable. I can't remember which one. I think it's the zipline part. And you get the blueprint for the fireworks. Oddly, they have firework on here. I really am not one for fireworks, especially my dogs can freak the hell out. They get to like launch 50 fireworks. This is a lot of fireworks to launch. So you got to get a lot and lots and lots of explosive powder. So we're on speed limit, speed running now. As you see, I'm collecting all the garbage in here. And it takes quite a while to get all the garbage. It's we're speeding throughout until we get to our first point that is required. Right, here's a note.
Detto scientific journal. Monster information. There's a stranger in town called OLOF something. Pa keeps going to his meetings. No kids allowed. But at night I got Sanjay to help me sneak onto the stranger's ship. I thought maybe he had some lesson for Ma, but Olaf's boat was just filled with cages. The cages were full of big rats and a very large hyena. They were so angry. Sanjay found notes talking about feeding and training.
Watch that.
Army. Sanjay thinks Olaf
All right, and the rocket's over there. There's our Major Tom is over there.
Journal, attempt 733. Pa helped me weld the rocket together, and Sanjay borrowed some fireworks to get it started. Pa had to apologize to everyone for the explosion. I don't get it. It was just a test. What an overreaction. They would have taken my tools if Sanjay hadn't helped me put out the fire. Ah, good helper, Sanjay.
All right, so I'm gonna speed it to Major Tom and get the part that's right there that I need to continue this whole Caravan Town mission. Get the hell away from me, goddamn. So we got the firework, we got the zip line part, and we're getting on going here to our next point. So we have to get over to the docks on here for the next two parts, which is the battery cable and the zipline tool. All right, now I'm here. We got the battery cable right here. And then we got to go over there for the water puzzle that gives us the zipline tool. So Ditto made a water puzzle that's right there. You have to flow down 4 pipes of water in order to get the zipline tool to raise at the top, which is a challenge, of course. You got so many places for garbage to collect, of course. So it takes quite a while. So over here is the part for the zip line. Make sure I get any more garbage. So this is the zip line part in here. We have to move this up here, either there or down a little further. We're just gonna wing it later on. I gotta wing it for like several hours to get done.
Detto scientific journal. Classified. Ma says I should write down what I think to make it stick, so I write. Caravan town is a rock sticking out from the water. It has good land to raise pigs to eat. We can fish, grow vegetables. Only downside are the hyenas, but they are usually friendly. We came here on a boat with half the rest in Jakarta. They let us stay because Ma is smart and Pa is good at welding. They say I'm just another mouth to feed. But I'll show them. See, the problem is the water is rising, right? What if we just take away the water?
Alright, so over here is the next part of the water puzzle that got turns down. And it's supposed to hit that funnel there. It's a bit of an aim for all these types of funnels. So we're going to go fast forward for the next note. Ditto to talk his crap through and get to the water pump over here. So that one's wrong. This is the top one. You got to turn. And then the middle. Fuck you, bird. The top, the middle, and the bottom one. Fucking bird.
Detto scientific journal. Sanjay says the water pump idea doesn't work because there isn't enough space in the well for all the water. Oh Also, the neighbors complain about getting salt in their cups. They complain because they have no patience for science. I asked Pa why we can't fly to another planet without all this water. Pa just laughed. But Sanjay showed me some pictures that gave me a great idea though. Good work, Sanjay.
Alright, so I got to readjust a lot of that 9 hours later sarcasm. Alright. So we're at the point where I can pump this 6 times, I'm just saying. We pumped it 5 times, and now we're going to the bottom. And we should be totally done with that zipline part. Yep, there he goes. We got that to the top. It was a bit of a challenge for me, of course. That's why it took me several hours in order to get it to pipe down to the right angle and all that kind of stuff. Now we got to get to the top here, so I'm already fast forwarding it for the loots and to a note and to the next part. So a lot of BSing in here, of course, a lot of garbage collection. If you collect your B-net, you can do that too. I also need to do it more often because I was supposed to have 10 beehives at the end of the game. And a lot more garbage to collect. Has nothing to do with any parts. It's just garbage you're collecting in all the huts. Alright, now we're going to get this part here. Fuck you, bird, piece of shit. We got that part there.
Detto's adventure journal. Pa says we have to go. Ma is getting sicker, and I heard that strange man Olaf shouting orders. I saw them rounding up all the hyenas in cages. Sanjay is helping separate the rafts from the rocks. I asked Dr. Henrik about Ma. He looks sick too. Told me to avoid the pigs. And Olaf. Sanjay says he's scared. Smart man, Sanjay.
Alright, fast forward to get to the next part, which is over here somewhere. Just more garbage to collect, of course. Now, as you saw a little bit earlier, I got another booty loot chest. There's 3 or 4 booty loot chests somewhere. In hidden locations, of course. Alright, so now we're done fast forwarding. I did stop a little bit so I can eat some dinner.
Sailing as one, the raft towns of Indonesia. The flooding of Jakarta has led to escaping locals creating interconnected rafts as they make their way to land. We just make do, said Pucci Reyes, one of the earlier adopters of these raft towns, when inquired by one of our reporters about their living conditions. Drifting largely on sea currents, they appear to be growing at a steady rate, raising considerable concerns with coastal authorities. A maritime hazard in the making, the foreign minister stated this morning in a public address. Despite these concerns, many believe raft towns could very well be a viable alternative. Recent rumors surrounding the construction of sanctuary towers in the southern hemisphere has only increased tensions. We sought a comment from the local government.
Alright, so that's a lot more garbage collection here. I think we have all the cables and charging, the zipline parts and the battery charging cables. I think we got all of them. And I'm just booty looting right now still. Alright, now we're going to see if we win.
Why do you think I, Olof Wilkström, left that corrupt city? Because they refused to let regular working class folk on board. I was appalled. Why should the elite get to escape the apocalypse, they should be forced to share their luxury. Who should force them? That's right! The greatest rafters in this new southern sea! You! Take Tangaroa! Take back your future!
Alrighty, goddamn Olaf, fuck. Alright, so we're at the medic tent. We got the zipline part, we got the medic tent here. And we are collecting the mayor's key that's down here in the infirmary. So Olaf like rants a lot more than I do in real life.
3 days, stuck in this shack, sick as a dog. I don't think I can treat anyone in my condition, and these people know it. I asked them to leave me here. It's the pigs. For weeks they've acted erratic. I've been blind to it. I didn't even notice the butchers getting sick. It all started when Olaf Wilstrom arrived, and I do not see it as a coincidence.
Alright, now we're getting over to here where we can just see if I got any more loot that's in here. I don't care. Then we're going back over to get to the mayor's house and get what we are about to do to finish off the game. Okay, gotta watch out for the pigs. There's warthogs here. And they're only famous in the dirt, the dirt islands. With the bears, they trade between bears and pigs. All right, now we're going over to the mayor's house. There's the mayor, and we should have all 4 battery cables, so we can get the hell going here. Yep, there we go. That's engine control right there. That's the battery charger right there. That is a hat. And we got the coordinates already in there from there. So we're all done with this episode. But we're going to go ahead and head down to begin the Metal Detector video. Alright, now that we're back at the RAFT, so these are the pages you earned in Caravan 10. I don't think there's going to be a page here. It's all Balboa Island. Here's Caravan Town. I don't think there's a page that's here. And there's Tangaroa City's code in order to continue on with our questing. Stories, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, and now we are over to our first island. You have to go to like 50 islands to actually get very good on titanium. I also got to go back there pretty soon and start doing the fishing part so we can get the Peruta Points water canteen. We need the water canteen in order to swim underwater for a very long time. Yeah, so we got the shovel and a metal detector there. We got to collect this booty loot here that we will need in order to melt the first smelting stuff on here. Actually, it looks like I didn't get anything. But just keep on metal detecting and shoveling as much as you can in order to get the engine controls and the rest of the stuff. So we're out for the night. Have a good night, everyone.